while I'm sad. You've been out all night, know you've been bad. Don't tell me different, know it's a lie. Come to me, honey, see how I cry.
Welcome to the Recovery Show with Bernie Z. That's me. Today I want to talk about step 10 for the addict. That's continue to take a personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. For me, that's just a continuation of the first 9 steps, because we're continually admitting these things of the failure, the powerlessness, the unmanageableness, all that there's other things that are involved in it. So to continue to take that personal inventory, we have to be aware that we're looking for our faults, we're looking for the things we need to make changes on, and we're also looking for help to make those changes. So to see something we've done wrong in our recovery means that we're going to see that there's still things to change. As long as we continue to see things and change them, we're moving forward in our recovery. It is when we stop seeing that need to change and stop evaluating where we're at that point in time that we tend to relapse, or we tend to fail in our endeavor to get better. Because even a person who does not have an addiction is continually looking for what they need to change. The difference is, for an addict, we know very much so that we have things that we need to change, and when we discover it, we're more open to making those changes. During times that we were addicted, change was not something we looked for. We looked for that next high. We looked for that next bet, that next trip, that next buzz, all the different things that go along with being an addict. And in recovery, we look for that next step in the evolution of our recovery to where we can manage where we're at better. The ability to be able to understand where people are at, where we're at, for that matter, and to make changes to move forward. For me, that entailed an example that happened right at the beginning. As I've mentioned before, the going to the meeting and then realizing that I had a problem only after leaving the meeting and spending $1 on my addiction in a way that was kind of like throwing a dart right at the forehead. It hit home when I saw it in action. And that's part of why, when we're continually making that inventory, that we have to be aware of, it may have been okay to a certain extent, but if it did something that hurt somebody else and we didn't catch it in the past, and now we see it and we know that it's something that can be changed, it's not something that has to be that way, then we begin to look at how do we not only admit it, but right the wrong if we can. If we can't right the wrong, we simply have to go back to that making amends to the person or persons, including ourselves, that this problem may have caused them. And part of that is admitting that we were wrong. Part of it is admitting that our perception needs an adjustment. And it's not only admitting it to somebody else, but it's admitting it to ourselves. And it's admitting it to a group. And that's why GA and many of the anonymous groups work. It's because at that point you are continually seeing something, and you can admit it to people that understand. Because there are people out there that don't understand when they think that they're right and you're wrong. That's always the way it's going to be. You're right, they're wrong. And there's no way to fix that. Whereas with this idea of continually taking the inventory, we find where we're wrong, or where we may have done something that was harmful to somebody, even if we were right, and we admit it right off the bat, and start working on fixing it. And not fixing it in the respect that we can change anything, but changing our perspective. Fixing our perspective so that we can see beyond what we see. We won't have tunnel vision anymore. We'll have an open vision to see this, and this, the peripheral things that are affected by our actions. So today, I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.
While I'm sad